Hello and welcome. How's it going? I changed the angle a little bit just to, to keep things interesting. I don't want to, bore you to death or anything. So yeah, thanks for being there. Glad to have you there. And yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. We have about, we have 2 people. Wow, we have a lot of people there, don't we? Okay. So, all right, today, no more, anything, no more, of the last 2, streams we did AI talk. We talked about stuff happening with the privacy, with the publishing and the not safe for work stuff being blocked. And we talked about AI. The other one, it was AI one. Then the other one was about all the politics and the stuff going on around the things that matter to us, to creators, right? The policies that we care about, because we're creators. We do stuff, and game development is a big part of it, and well, content in general, right? So knowing what's going on is quite important. So yeah, glad to. I hope you enjoyed them. I'm glad to have done them. But yeah, it's time to focus on more game development. As always, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. It always helps a lot. And what do we have today? We're going to continue with our game, and and as promised, I promised to talk about the licenses, but there's not that many people right now, so probably going to start developing the game, and then in the middle, just there, and I'm going to just see when people start showing up. I'll talk a little bit about the licenses and all that, because right now it's just, it's not worth it right now, right? So we're just going to start. We're just going to begin. It's not going to be a long one today, though. It's going to be short. I'm going to try to keep it as concise as possible because I have to leave earlier. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this angle, this different angle that I've set up here. I don't know how it's going to do, but it's going to have to do for now. But I guess, I'm trying different things, because I thought, that just being like here, on the camera, wasn't too good. So having like a, more, a bigger angle, with me here, would look much better. So, I don't know, trying it out. All right, let's go. Let's build some games. And of course, as always, say hello in the chat. Say hello in the chat, say hi. I'm here today. I have a low pitch today. I've been doing my training today. I've been doing my training and the vocal cords, and I have relaxed my pitch. I had some tension on my neck, so sometimes doing the the lower notes helps you a lot to relax your muscles. Yeah. So yeah. Let's do some game development. Where are we? Here we are. Yes. Let's close this up because it's just going to bother us right now. Yeah, there we go. So let's open this, and here we are. Yes. Now we have it. Game development for everyone. Okay. So I solved the problem that we had the other day, because I didn't know if I was going to just stand there and spend a lot of time just trying to solve a stupid thing. I don't remember what, I don't remember. I do remember. I have to remember because it's important. I remember that the move rally point from, I had commented this, the move rally point, just to test out the menu stuff, because we were testing the menu, opening the menu here when we click, and so we were testing that, and what I did is I disabled that, if you remember correctly, the move rally point, and I was doing some changes here in the select. Yeah, some changes here in the select. So the problem we had was that, yeah, I was using the selected name here, which is base. Of course, right. The selected base wasn't working. I had replaced the selected with a picked. So I had like a picked, which is the object, right? And selected was going to be the component, right? The nearest group, right? So the actual unit being selected. So that that's the actual, the actual base. But we're looking for all the meshes that are called base, like that, right? So we have base 1, base 2, base 3, base 4, but they all have like this base here. So yeah, this is not very scalable. We need a better way to do this, definitely. This is not going to do it. So probably need some kind of tag, maybe. We should probably use a tag, like it all with tags, something like that would probably work much better. It would also be way more. It will also be faster because it's not looking by the name. Something by the name is looking up something with the tags, right? So it's the tags have an index, and they're a more concise way to look for things. Yeah, so I highly recommend using that. Oh, it's so nice. Some ASMR for you. It's actually kind of disgusting. I don't know why I say it was so nice, because it wasn't. All right, okay. So let's go. What do we have in the list now? Let me show you. Well, yeah, let me show you how it works now. Yeah, because that's important, right? That's quite important. Yeah, I also fixed this problem that we had when we press the barracks, this thing would move. So we're to the place where we selected in the menu, and yeah, now it doesn't, right? So yeah, that's much better, right? And so that's interesting. That's nice. We have that, and yeah, we still have the problem of the spawn point moving. For both of them, this is both spawn points being there. So we need to do the spawn point on selection, right? So say that I put this here, right? And instead of this being there, this should be there when I select the tower, right? But see that when I select the tower, I move the spawn point. So it should be some kind of a button there to move the spawn point. Some kind of selection there, say, yeah, something in particular there probably. I really don't know what. Because we have to be consistent. Like, do we want to use it when, like, what do we want to do when the when we're touching the screen and when we have a mouse? Because if we have a mouse, for instance, we could use like right click, you see, and just right click, and that's it. That would be far easier than anything else. That would be super simple, actually. But we don't have that. And then if we do right click, well, yeah, we have that. We have that option. But the problem is that we don't have like a setup input for that, which we could set up that input. But how do we do that with on touch, right? With the touch, do we use like two touches, or do we have like this double touch thing or something like that? It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange. I don't know. So yeah. I'm thinking that it could be that if we're not pressing the menu, then we change the flag, and that's it. That would be simpler. But yeah, I don't know. In that case, it would be something like, so I select the barrack here, right? And this shouldn't be here. This should appear there when I press, and suddenly, oh, I have the menu, and I see the flag, and I can move it around like this, like tick, 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 like that. And if I press on the menu, another option would be to have like a move flag button, move rally point button there and select it, and it shows the rally point and lets us move it around. That's the other way as well. And it would be more of it would require more steps, which is what kind of bothers me. But also it requires many steps. It's kind of it's kind of bothering, isn't it? It kind of bothers me a little bit, because it does require like a bunch of steps. And also keep this in mind as well, like the menu gets deselected when we move around, right? So that, it's either a lot of steps or I don't know. We definitely need to do it on selection. But then there's also the menu in the way, right? What if we want to move it somewhere where the menu is, and suddenly we sold the tower? We're selling the tower now, It's a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. We could do something like that. I'm not too happy with this. Mostly because how do we change the flag? How do we move the flag? I'm trying to think how the other one, how the Throne Rush did it. But I don't really know. But yeah, we should only move this when with the flag. So we'll think about that. Hopefully you have an idea, and you can give me an idea. We can do that. As always, I try to do it as generic as possible. We'll try to add a system that makes sense, not just add something for adding it. But yeah, it's an important topic, right? It's an important thing. Like, how do we want to handle spawning of our of our minions there? Yeah. So yeah, we'll leave that for later. I'm not so happy about leaving it for so much later, but we'll see. My biggest issue here is that when we select the tower, right? When we say, okay, let's select the tower, we actually we would need to say, we come here, right? We select it, and well, it could be what if we drag it? We still have the problem of the menu being in the way, right? We still have the problem of like this, right? The menu is right here. So if we have like if the thing is here, if the flag is right there, it's gonna be in the way. It's gonna be bothering us, so we won't be able to move it. So that's the problem. You see these little things that you think about something, and then you realize that it's not going to do it, because it's not going to cut it, because it's just not possible, right? It's just going to be an impossible situation for players. In many situations are going to be like not edge cases. They look like edge cases until they aren't. So yeah, because it could be a drag, right? It could be just dragging it around, like just touch and drag, like that. That would be brilliant, actually. And it would be simple. It would be quite simple to do, because you could have just like a flag. We could use a proper flag and just move it around. And so when we select the thing here, we just move around the flag. But yeah, no, I don't know. Well, it could also be a thing selected in itself, right? Say when I start dragging it, the menu disappears, Yeah, but what if it's behind the menu? Then I can't even click it. Yeah. Yeah, I realize I'm talking to myself. I'm just discussing with myself. Yeah. This is what I do when I'm making games, right? I'm just talking to myself. I guess. So, yeah, if I click on this thing, the menu comes up. Yeah, we click, menu shows up. Which, by the way, I would very much like to reduce the font of the menu. I feel like it's too big. Like it's, like massive. Font size, let's use like 0.1, right? There. And here as well. Yeah. I put like I put this like for each one of them, like a special font size for each, but we could have an actual variable, like I don't know, like general font variable or something. But let's just leave it like that for now. But that's much better, right? That looks so much. Actually looks good. That actually looks interesting. Yeah. Another option would be to have like a rally point button, like rally point or something, like say like this, say a rally point, something like that, and you get the flag on your like you're dragging the flag with the mouse, and wherever you click it goes, right? That could be another option. It's not as nice as this, I think, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, what if you click? Because if we click, like, imagine that the flag is set when you click. Imagine if we did like barracks like this, and then click with the right click of the mouse, and it shows you the flag to sort of move it around. It lets you move around the flag, yeah. And then with the touch, it could be like the second touch instead of the first, which is the regular select. That could be it as well. Like you need two fingers, like touching with two fingers. Although that makes it kind of difficult, right? To sort of see how it comes here and then comes back here. Yeah, that's another thing we had to solve. Like the waypoints are such an issue, man. Like big problem. We need checkpoints. We need checkpoints, sort of like race, race checkpoints sort of thing. We kind of need checkpoints, I think, so that if it crosses here, that hey, just go to the other side. Yeah, something like that. So you leave a checkpoint here, and now you've changed this one. Yeah, probably a box of some kind. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a mess, but I think we can make it happen. We probably will need to make it a responsibility of the checkpoint so that we don't destroy the minion stuff. So like we let the minion API be flexible enough to be called from outside so that we can have components that modify the behavior of the minion. That's actually a great thing. I'm actually thinking, whenever we make a system like this that is supposed to be a template for your game, because remember that most of the problems we have here, the reason we are taking long to do certain things that should not take that long is because this is a template. And since it's a template, many of the things we have are not supposed to be specific. So we're not just making that thing. We're making a system that is supposed to be, a system for many different things, right? A platform to make other things. So it shouldn't coerce you to work in a certain way. It should give you enough flexibility to get different results out of the same basic blocks. So we're building sort of either basic blocks or systems that have that take outside inputs and modify themselves. You see, they let you be composed in a way using external influences. So for instance, right, like say, for instance, the goal has a goal thing, right? But if you remove the goal, it doesn't matter, right? Because the minions don't require a goal. The minions don't need a goal. The minions fight all the minions and they stand in there and they have a waypoint and they move around, but they don't care about the goal. But the goal cares about the minions because but the goal is only for certain games. So if you want to make a game that doesn't have a goal, then maybe what it has is some kind of castle that you destroy it, and then when you reach the end, you destroy a little base there, and when you destroy that base, you win. And I think I played one tower defense that was exactly like that. And that's an option. This is just one type of tower defense where you just not let them cross, right? You can have multiple of these, right? One is don't let them cross, and another one which is destroy the base. In the same game, right? Multiple game modes in your same game. So, have different sorts of missions to do different things. Just giving you ideas here. Nice. Yeah, so setting the flag is going to be a difficult thing. Yeah. Kind of like the new menu though. Yeah, I'm happy. I think I'm happy with the fonts. I'm going to try with just one and see how that goes. Let's see. Oh no, one. Yeah, let's do one and see how that goes. Let's do. That's okay. We could do 0.9 even, right? We could do 0. Yeah, my only problem is that how easy it is to touch these things from a cell phone, for instance. Let's open it on the phone and see. So I grab it on the phone. I open here. So to open it on the phone, what we do is come here and I have it in a tab that I always use. But yeah, it gets inactive sometimes. Has a low threshold. Where do they have this? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, let's just open it. One, two. So I want to open this thing here, right? We have this address. I just have to open that on the thing here. Yeah, here I have it. I'm an idiot. I couldn't see it. There you go. Oh, it's fixed to be like this. You see how it only shows it like this. You see that, right? And if I move it this way, right, you can see how it just turns around. But the menu, yeah, it's too small. It's way too small. Way too small. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, look at that. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's so small. So small. Like, yeah, that's why you have to test it like this. Yeah, that's not going to do it. So we have to... This is with the width. Just playing around with the width. Because the thing is, we need the fonts to be big enough. There's the bot again here. Oh my god. Nobody talks but the bot. You see, the bot talks. At least the bot, the stupid viewers bot, it talks to us. It's kind enough to talk, to say hello. Where are you? Are you saying hello anytime soon? Yeah, mate. But yeah, we need some kind of yeah, we need to I don't know if we should move it. If we should, sorry, increase it and decrease it. Of course, it should increase in size, depending on the width of the screen, right? Well, yeah. I think the width is one that makes more sense. Because at the end of the day we have the same resolution though, so it's the same. It really changes nothing. Yeah, it really changes nothing. If you use the width or the height of the screen, it's not gonna change anything. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to see that. I'm gonna think of a different angle there. For now, I'm gonna leave it like that, because for now it's just a web game that we want to play here on the PC. For now, we're developing here, and it's much better to see it like this. But it should be sort of the same size, even on the on smaller screens. Yeah, we're gonna handle that. Okay. I know there are a few tricks there with CSS you can use, so yeah, it's I've done it before. I'll do it again, but I always have to like go back and see, okay, how do I do this? Because yeah, but it's possible. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it later. I'm gonna see if there are different ways we can approach it, and because there's always a chance of just using code to change the size of the font depending on But yeah, I don't know. We can do multiple things. Let's because here's the thing. If you do it in code, we can actually set like some kind of variable that we can use. That's why I'm thinking, what's the best approach here? Because I could do it with CSS and just let CSS handle it. But then there's the fact that code lets us use like a little variable here in the inspector, and then we can change it. So like a max size and certain widths and things like that. So that would be an interesting approach. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's drink some more mate. We need some more energy. I keep hitting the microphone. I had it like this because it was I think it was bothering too much, but now it's I had it like this because I think it was getting too much in the way. But I noticed that, of course, the audio changes way too much. I thought the audio wasn't gonna be that much worse, because in general this microphone captures the input is right here, right? So the diaphragm is here. So I should speak directly here. This is how you hear the best of my voice. But like the best part of my voice is here, right? So if you hear all of that, if I do it like this, you'll hear some of it, but yeah, not the absolute best, which is right here. But I can talk here to you and have the microphone around here. Problem is that, of course, it gets in the middle here. It's just a pain in the arse. Yeah, let's leave it there. There you go. I have to keep moving it around. Yeah, and my thermos is right here on the desk. It's kind of a bit irritating. Let's leave it there. Okay. Yeah. So let's see the list of things that we have. And let's put this in the list because we have. Let's put this here. It's not a priority, but let's put it there. Fix font size. Proportional font size. There you go. Okay. And now, what else? Fix minion reassignment when upgrading the tower. Yeah, this is an important one. We could do this now. Make spawn point visible and movable if tower is selected. This is the one we were discussing now. This is something we probably could do fairly easily. Create ranged minions. This is fairly easy as well too. Set up enemy of waves. Yeah, so let's talk about the difficult ones first, right? Let's go for the difficult parts. Yeah. Let's do the hard part. Okay, so yeah, we're good. I have like about, yeah, I don't know. I could go for another 40 minutes maybe. Yeah. Let's see. So, make spawn point visible and movable if tower is selected. That's what we were discussing. But let's see the minion reassignment when upgrading the tower. So the problem we have right now is that when I select here, right, we have the barracks, right? So 3 minions come out. 1, 2, and 3, right? And now I upgrade. 1, 2, 3. You see, we have 3 more minions. So we sort of need to, I mean, it's not wrong in itself. It's not that it's wrong, because we could say that the old barrack had all the minions. And yeah, the minions of the other barrack were yeah, the other barrack had other minions, and the minions of the other barrack were how do you say, part of the other barrack, right? So the downgrade barrack, like level 1 barracks, right? It had 3 minions out. Now you upgrade it. Now it's a new barrack, so you get 3 different minions, right? So now you start spawning your new minions. Is that wrong? I don't know. I'm unsure. Like, it should be up to you what happens there, I guess. Because, for instance, if it were an RTS game, imagine if it's Age of Empires, right? This only applies to a tower defense, really, because I think the question is, do the minions that you have on, like, deployed, do they get the benefit, like the change of the tower upgrade? Like, do the minions that you already have deployed with the old tower, do they also change? Because generally, like in an RTS game, you have like your barracks thing, right? And you deploy like a few units, and then you upgrade your barracks, and now you can create a new type of soldier, like, or maybe you the soldiers that you have now, you can create a better sort of soldier now, a better sort of unit, and so you start spawning those units, but not necessarily the units that you have in place will change, right? Generally, no. Like Age of Empires, the units that you have right now, they're just what they are. You can now, as far as I can remember, what's the last time I played Age of Empires? A long time. So this is what I'm remembering, right? Like you can have like outdated units that simply don't change, I think. As far as I can remember. Yeah. Unless the equipment changes, and now you can, I don't know, your old units all get the new equipment. Something like that. I really don't remember exactly how it worked. But these are all options that we have to keep in mind because it's a template. So you may want to do these things in your game. So why am I thinking about all of them? Not because I want to choose the way I want to do it, but I want to make sure that all of these possibilities are, there for you to select. Like, I want to make sure that you can use this in your game, any of these, right? Because you may want to use all of them, right? You may want to use like in different towers, like, so having the option of using them, making it as flexible as possible for that is my goal here. It should be a platform, right? A proper platform to build these things. So let's think about this. Right now it's like a default way, let's say, where it no configuration, an upgrade will not carry, it will be a carry carry out minions, like carry the upgraded minions, upgrade deployed minions. So I'm thinking of the flags that we would need to add to make this possible, because we need to set up some kind of flag to configure this spawn tower, right? So think of flags that we would need, right? So say imagine let's add them here. It would be I'm probably going to put them here, right? But let's put them here for timing. It will be let's put them here. It's just very bottom, so we remember where they are. So we have carry unit on upgrade. Let's say true. Okay, let's say that that's true by default, and then this means that when you upgrade, the new tower will get the minions from the old tower, right? So you hit the upgrade, and now the new tower, it will get those minions there. We should probably create like sort of an upgrade system, like a proper upgrade system that does the how do you call it, the replacement of the new, brings in the new prefab and has like a subsystem, like some kind of middleware, so you can put there in your upgrade the things that you want to do before upgrading. Like, okay, I want to save these minions here, and then I want to pass on this data to this new tower. So having like a little bit of a API there to upgrade things. So that's a carry units on upgrade thing. I think that's important to have it. And then what else? What else? Friendmaster 2000, how's it going, mate? I'm doing great. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for writing. Thanks so much for talking in the chat, mate. You're the only one on Twitch, and I think you're probably the only one watching this. Just picture that. You're very lonely there. We are very lonely here. This is a lonely room. Well, right now, right? Because the truth is that after I upload this, like a bunch of people watch it. Like, yeah, like I don't know, not too many, but maybe like 100 people. I don't know. Usually less than 200, but more than 150. So it's always around there. You know, well, sometimes it's 140 actually. Yeah, 140 something, 160 something, 170 something, 180. I don't think most of my streams have reached to 200. Like afterwards, like after I've uploaded them, you need like, I don't know how much attention to get one of those to be watched. I don't put in any sort of love to the thumbnails. Yeah, I'm using always the same titles. These things don't get pushed much by YouTube either. So yeah, I don't know. I know why. Loved your stream yesterday. The age situation is very messed up. Thank you, mate. Thank you for watching it. And yeah, it is very messed up. I really hope it gets resolved for the sake of all the creators, right? For the sake of all the people creating, for the sake of it as well. Mostly because they're getting a lot of heat from these, and it's really bad. And yeah, and the UK government turning Orwellian, absolutely Orwellian. It's disgusting what's going on. I don't know. You know, and again, I'm not going at this is not a go at Labour. Again, you know, I'm not a fan of any of the other parties. I'm not a fan of Labour or any of the others. Again, just to clarify, if anyone's watching this and didn't watch the other one, I'm a non-partisan. So, you know, I'm a certitionist. So I'm no parties here. I'm not even in the center. I'm not even want to say, no, I'm in the center. I don't like, no. I'm definitely anti-party. Okay. I'm direct democracy guy. So yeah, I'm with none of them. This is just disgusting policies, and it's just the government showing why political parties are disgusting and we shouldn't have them anywhere in the world. Didn't see the stream on Twitch, but like I said before, I always catch your vote later on YouTube. Yeah, mate. There's a bit of time where you can catch it on Twitch. I think it lasts like 7 days or something like that. But yeah, I don't want to get distracted with that now. I recommend if anyone's watching this and you know you didn't watch the other one, like the yesterday's stream, I recommend go watch it. Yesterday's and the one we did about AI. I think you're going to be interested in that. You should be interested. If you're interested in this is interesting to you. Those two streams are going to be very interesting to you because they're actually very, very important. So I think we talked about things that matter to everyone, and we should be aware of them. Yeah, to everyone who cares about this at all, you should know these things, and you should be aware of them. And at least you should know what I think of this. If you care about Rogue engines, you know what I think about these things. Yeah, of course, you know. But thanks, mate. Thanks, friend master. Definitely a friend master. Or master friend, for watching these streams. That being lonely here, watching it live. As they, as they're being made. Okay, so we are carrying the units on upgrade. That's one thing we can put there, and the other one was, one is carrying the units on upgrade, which means that we bring our units to the other tower. Then there's another one which is upgrade. That's important. Upgrade units. like upgrade carried units. Upgrade carried units. And let's say this is true by default. That means that you carry the units and you also upgrade the carried units. So if you carry units, you will want to upgrade them or not upgrade them. So those are two flags that we can set there, which are just going to allow us to do, I think, most things. It's very simple to flags there. Yeah, it's very simplistic. How are we doing the upgrades right now? Like, how are we doing the, upgrading a tower? Because right now, let's save this before we forget to save our to-do list. For now, like, when we upgrade here, right? Upgrade. Where are we doing the upgrade? So, upgrade cost, upgrade this thing and that thing. So we're doing, where is the upgrade? Tower values. Show upgrade. Oh, this is just showing the menu, showing it in the menu, right? But on upgrade, yeah. So on upgrade, what's going on upgrade? Where's the on upgrade? On upgrade, there you go. On upgrade, what are we doing here? On upgrade, should be handled by the tower itself. This should be handled by towers, like by the proper tower system. Like, it's okay to have this. Currency, value, all that, yes. We can handle that in the game logic, because the tower itself doesn't really know about value, I think, and shouldn't know about value, the tower itself, but the tower should know about how to manage itself. So we should call like tower.upgrade, right? Like here we have like the upgrade prefab. We're getting the position and setting it there, when probably we should like instantiate the new one and delete the previous one with using the same tower, right? So with the tower component itself, so that the tower component is like it's a system, it's a sort of an autonomous system, right? Well, autonomous, it's an independent system in that regard, and doesn't require someone else to do the upgrading, yeah. So let's do that. Tower component, we get in tower component here. Yeah, let's do that. I think it's just this. And it could probably return the new tower component, right? So let's see. So yeah, select the tower dot upgrade, something like that, right? So let's come here. This is tower, right? So let's go to tower. So let's create a remove target. It says here, right? Let's have a function say upgrade, and so all of them have an upgrade prefab, right? So we come here. Let's go to the game logic, and let's just copy this, right? Let's just copy this thing here. In fact, let's just copy the whole thing. And well, no, not this, because this is actually just returning this. That's all we need, really. So let's go to tower again and come here, say upgrade tower object, select a tower. It would be this upgrade prefab, instantiate. So it would be this get world position, this dot object 3D dot get world position, tower object position. There you go. So we copy the world position of our tower right there, and tower object name, select the tower. It would be this dot object 3D dot name. There you go. I don't know why are we setting the same name, but okay. I don't know why we're giving it the same name. Why are we giving it the same name? I don't know. Copying the name for some reason. Okay. All right. And we'll see. Not convinced of that. And then we're going to... what are we going to do? By the way, Friend Master. I was just thinking now, Friend Master. What do you think? Should I do more of those streams, doing like talking about stuff, in the middle? Like maybe I should mix more of those streams. I think the AI one was very popular. I think we had the most people speaking and talking and being present there in the one with AI. I don't know if you were there. Yeah, I think you were there, but I don't remember. There was a bunch of people there. You've been there in streams that there's usually nobody. And yeah, and then the other day was a lot of people, and sadly on Tuesday there was nobody there. Like nobody participated in a very important topic. So I don't know if I should mix those things up a little bit. But yeah. Get world position. Now we return this. No. Oh, this is why I was doing it there. Right. I'm an idiot. Yeah, of course. Yes. It's because we need yeah, not this. So we do tower get from the tower object, new tower, right? So this is a new tower that we just created. We're setting the name again. I don't know why we're doing this. We should probably not do it, but I'm gonna leave it there because we were doing it for some reason. So I'm gonna leave it there just to, you know, just to not break anything. But we're gonna see. But now we can just upgrade like this. We'll see. And yeah, and we're getting the component itself, right? We're getting the component. So upgrade returns the component of the upgrade tower. So now you get your new tower. Let's come here and I say launch tower. No, what did I do? Game logic. There you go. So now this should work like this. Okay. So as always, I like to let's copy this line, right? Because since we are changing the system, usually what I do is I copy the line, like the line where we're going to set things from, right? So tower component, I comment the other code, right? So that I have a reference of the things I'm changing. And now this is usually how I do. I think people don't always do things the same way. So it's important to tell you how I like doing this stuff. And this is selected tower. It would be... No, it's, yeah, selected tower. Upgrade. No, upgrade. There you go. And it returns the component, the tower component itself, right? So it should do the exact same thing. And now we can add some sort of middleware on the upgrade to have like some sort of function that on upgrade does something, right? So we can set the upgrade, we can just override the upgrade method and say, do something on upgrade, or we just have an on upgrade function that we can set up. But yeah, this should work. Let's test that this works to make sure that we can actually upgrade things and we haven't broken anything. Yeah, it works. It's fine. Yeah, brilliant. There you go. Brilliant. Right, so now we can set up like an override or some kind of on upgrade method to every tower. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, friend master answered. Okay, let's see. I think so. Okay, people like hearing opinions about stuff. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I like hearing opinions about stuff too. I usually tune into a lot of people talking about what they think about things. Probably more than people building things. Maybe. Lately, at least. I don't know. It really depends on whether you want to promote yourself or more so promote Rogue Engine. But like you said, your AI video had lots of engagement, so it was probably a good idea. Yeah, that's the thing as well, right? Because, but it's all the AI video I did like was talking about the importance of of having a conversation about these things and how to and it was also explaining how I was planning to use AI with Rogue Engine, right? I also talked about the licenses. I talk about all these things, and I think it's something that's bothering people right now. I should probably talk more about these things, right? I don't know. And sometimes I think about things that bother me at times. Say I don't know. I'm talking about how I do things. I don't know, like how I go into big projects, for instance, right? How to get yourself into a big project and really, keep going. How to plan it out, how to do it, things like that. That people ask me sometimes, or people sometimes ask me like, about Rogue Engine and the internal parts and things like, or how I am building the thing by myself, and maybe explaining how building a game engine by myself is, it's not really about the game engine, but about my capacity to sort of keep building it despite everything else, right? So maybe talk about those things could be interesting too. I don't know. I would like to know what people want to what ideas people have as well, right? Because I think it would be interesting to have like some sort of conversation about things, talk about the future in general, right? How we project the future, what we want to see. And personally, I'm a 20-year web developer, and I despise vibe coding. I'll never use AI to write code. I totally understand. I feel you there. I'm totally fine with like an AI giving me a little input, an algorithm, writing down an algorithm that I'm already going to use. Say like I'm already going to write that down, and it's a stupid little algorithm that I'm going to write it down anyway, and I can see it, and yeah, it's exactly what I was going to write. So but it would be more like a glorified autocomplete. It's not really. It's not doing anything that important or crucial, and I know exactly what it is. I can read it, and it was probably what I was going to write, maybe a bit better or just a bit worse, and I have to like change two things, and maybe I didn't waste so much time writing. So if it makes me faster and better, and most importantly, it's not like burning the rainforest just for me to be a little bit faster, then I'm fine with it. Most the generative stuff, you have like 2-3 classes of things that you don't know what they're doing, like this, you have to check that code, and it's not, there's no one else there to check that code than you, and you didn't write it down. And truth is that whenever I've tried to build bigger things, I end up not knowing exactly what's going on. It's really hard to go in there and kind of grasp exactly what's happening. And you can tell that the AI usually gets some things really wrong, like as it gets some things really well, really very, very well, some things it gets just wrong. Like for instance, I don't know, if you think that it's it's trained on shit that's out there, right? I mean, there's a bunch of shit out there, like I don't think they sat down and thought, yeah, this is good code. This is good. Yeah, put it there. Put it in the pile. Put it in the train pile. this is good stuff to pick this up. No, it's just trained on all the kind of shit that you find on the web. So it knows a lot of JavaScript because there's a bunch of JavaScript out there, and I don't think it knows too much Haskell, maybe because there's not much Haskell out there. But JavaScript probably knows a lot of JavaScript. Doesn't mean that it's good at JavaScript. It may be good at things with JavaScript, but I don't know how good it can get. The problem is that the problem is that it may be really good at writing a snippet. It may be really good at writing down something that you want to use, but then from jumping from there to writing a whole system that you don't know what it's doing, and then trying to make a change within that system because it's broken for some reason, good luck to you, my friend. Oh, there we have a friend master saying exactly. It's like referencing Stack Overflow. Everyone does it, but you're supposed to understand the code. Yeah, blind trust in AI generated code is insane. Absolutely. I mean, I don't trust code that is written by someone. Look at this. Like, we don't trust code written by people that hasn't been tested by other people. And when I say this is when you go and download an npm package for your whatever you're building, you download an npm package. The first thing you do when you download an npm package is you go and look at the how many people have used it, how many stars does it have in GitHub, who's doing this. Like, you don't just download an npm package because it's there and it says that it does something. You look at documentation, you look how long since it's been maintained, all sorts of things that you look at. You have no way of knowing the AI thing, who's behind it or anything. You don't sit down and watch, and read the code of someone's npm package. I mean, well, yeah. I do it, but I don't know how many people do it. That's the thing. I don't know how many people sit down and I'm gonna read down the I'm gonna look into the GitHub and see how they're doing things. And but in general, you want to see that it's maintained, that it's there's people behind it. They're reading the code. They're sending bug reports. It's sending there's issues there. There's things. There's someone you can go and say, hey, this is broken. And maybe you can contribute or something. I don't know. But that's usually how you handle. Downloading an npm package. Downloading an npm package built by a person. Are you just going to blind trust an AI to build something that is based on those npm packages that are out there in the web, like widely, everywhere? The ones that you would download and the ones you wouldn't, because you don't know who they are, and then it's just hallucinating as well. Because you don't really know. So it's like hiring a dev on shrooms, just, going, woo. It's a bit insane. It's a bit insane. But hey, you could get a really good trip out of it, right? I mean, so, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I know about a good trip, but I don't know about good code and trips, good code while tripping. I don't know about that. Maybe with the 0.5 grams, that's the limit. Maybe more than that, you're done. More than that, you're gonna be talking to elves. You're gonna be maybe not talking to elves, but when you're right, you're not gonna be making any sense. I tried. It doesn't work. Exactly. Friend Master is saying, I've also been known to look under the hood at the code in npm packages, code node modules. I wouldn't change it, but I do it sometimes to understand what's going on. Yeah, but you also go and look who's doing it, and even if you go and look at the np, the point is, you usually don't trust code that people have not been using, that there's no people behind it, that there's no like a someone looking at the code. You want to know that someone's been looking at the code, and there are issues, and there's been maintenance, and there's been. That's why you look at. What's the last time it's been updated? That's the first thing you look at. How many downloads does it have? And things like that. The first things you go and look at. You know, how many downloads last week? You know, how many people are using this right now? Because it may be widely popular. Last time it was updated was 10 years ago. And you're thinking like, how isn't this super broken? And yeah, maybe just some old system must keep, you know, downloading it, you know, but it's just broken. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm always very skeptical about these things. You have to be skeptical. Always keep skeptical. Keep skeptical. Don't do, you know, don't just say no to everything. But skepticism, a healthy dose of skepticism is good, you know. A healthy dose of skepticism on everything, you know, always. So, okay. Yeah, let's do the upgrading thing, right? So we're gonna do here, we're gonna say upgrade, and I don't like having the return types, and we do super return super the upgrade, and we're gonna do yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Because it will... It's kind of hard to write down. Like, I'm thinking you will have to write this, right? You will want to, like, use this. So let's do an on upgrade. Like, let's create an on upgrade method. And let's use that, okay? Let's call that from the tower itself. Okay, so let's go to tower here. Let's create an on upgrade method. Do you have some of those? No. On upgrade. And like that. And we'll just call it here. Okay. So we say we do all this. And we say on upgrade. Right. And maybe what we do is, yeah, we get this thing here. Yeah, this is very important. Yeah. This is why we should do this. New tower. There you go. And now we pass in new tower, and we pass it here. New tower. There you go. So here we say new tower. There you go. So yeah. Oh, I was holding that sneeze down. Yeah. By the way, I really like your commitment to proper separation of concerns in your code, says Master. Thank you, mate. Well, a commitment is a gray area. It's a gray area because I have some overlaps here. But the point is, we have some overlaps, and it's good to know that we're going to have overlaps, but it's always good to know that we're going to try and remove those overlaps as much as we can, or at least you have like a independent systems that we can use to do different things. It helps a lot to think about. I think it happens naturally when I'm thinking about templates and when I'm thinking about systems and APIs instead of thinking of making a game. Because if I'm thinking of making a game, like I'm thinking tower defense and I'm making this, so I'm tying things up, and maybe things get too tied up and maybe too overlappy. because I'm making one specific thing. So I'm thinking of the specific thing I'm building. So, you know, I start getting like, you start getting variables in this, you know, or fields in a class that are not part of that class, and methods here and there that just don't. So this happens. We have that in this system, right? But we are fighting against that because we are thinking about it as it's a template. So in a way, that's a great defense mechanism on spaghetti. You know, it's an anti-spaghetti mechanism, and things like that. Yeah, I don't know. I like having, like, you know, if you're gonna have a spaghetti, right? If you're gonna have spaghetti, it's good to have your spaghetti in a plate, and you know, and it's in that plate, and then everyone has their own plate of spaghetti. You know, but you don't want to be eating everyone out of the same bowl. You know, or not knowing whose spaghetti is which, and then you have, you know, one of your spaghettis is in someone else's, ends in someone else's bowl and plates, and you know, and you know what's going on. So yeah, at the end of the day, what I mean is, if you have an independent system, even if it's spaghettified all the way inside, the system itself is not a spaghetti. The system itself it's just, from outside it's pasta, you know. It's pasta here, pasta there, you know. I don't know. I think I'm using a very strange analogy here, but I don't know. Maybe I think you understood. If you've been there before, you understood this. If you haven't been there before, you're probably thinking about, you know, what's this bald idiot saying? And you're probably right. Who knows? But yeah, yeah. So yeah, we call on upgrade. Yeah, this is a type though. This is a type. Should be a generic. Okay, but let's see. We'll probably change it to a generic later. I don't know, because I get confused with all those types, generic types. Because yeah, we should want that to be of the same type of the tower that you have in, right? Like say, if you have a spawn tower, you want to upgrade to another spawn tower, right? You don't want to upgrade to some shooting tower or something. But I don't know, you know, so I don't know. Maybe we should use a generic, yeah. I don't know. I'm not too sure. This is okay, you know. TypeScript, again, TypeScript as a helping hand and not as a king and lord of your code. No, it's your friend. It's not your lord. It's not your king. It's not an empire of TypeScript. No, it's just a friend. Use it as a friend. It's a helping hand. It's there to help you out. It's not there to make your life impossible. Unless you let it make your life impossible, in which case it is very much going to make your life impossible. It's just going to be... So no, don't let it. Don't let it. Don't let it. Don't let it. You know, don't let TypeScript make you unhappy. Don't let TypeScript make you miserable. And don't let the lack of it make you want to regret being alive. When you have that bug that you can't track and you know where it is, and you're just crying yourself to sleep. Yes, I know. I've been there before. This is more like a support group. This should actually be more like a support group kind of thing. Friendmaster saying TypeScript will make you unhappy if you try typing everything. Word. Truth and truth. Indeed. TypeScript as a guide to good things and not as a bringer of misery. Yes, so we have an onUpgrade method, and now we're calling it here. And now, so if we go into the spawn tower, we have our onUpgrade, and now we can say things like, if, you know, this carry units on upgrade are also we have a tower here, right? So now we're passing in the tower, and yeah, we know that this tower that we're passing in is spawn tower. So we can do that. Pound tower, I think. Yeah, perfect. See, no problem. No need to use weird generics or strange things. It's just, just do this, and it just works. It's fine. It's nice, and it's nice. So we know we need to do something there, and well, then something happens if this and this upgrade carried units. Upgrade carried units. There you go. So we have the two things, right? We have the carrying and the upgrade carrying units, carried units. There you go. Now we have a proper upgrade system that we can use. So now when you create your own towers with this template, this is how you do upgrading, like, and creating your own subsystems, your custom stuff around the tower class, the tower component. You can upgrade, you can extend it and use your own upgrade, and it'll work. And you can upgrade your towers, flawlessly like that, brilliant. I love this. This is just orgasmic. It's just orgasmic. Question, says Friendmaster. Question: will the next version of Rogue Engine be 1.0? It will be indeed 1.0. I don't know. Yeah, if you watch yesterday's Tuesday's stream, I showed a bit of the visual scripting things I'm doing, it's gonna be all there. Besides all the other shit I'm doing. Oh no, I'm handling all that shit, mate. I'm basically sleeping like 5 hours or something. I don't know. I hope I don't die. I couldn't sleep yesterday. I was having like tachycardia, and I was like doom 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 doom. I don't know why. I couldn't, yes, yeah, I don't know. But probably too overexcited about something. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes I'm just thinking about shit and I can't sleep. Or maybe just can't sleep because I'm doing shit. So yeah, gets, okay. So how do we carry the units on upgrade? We have our new tower, right? So we have the tower, this spawn tower that we're carrying here. So what we do is we simply tower dot it would be minions dot well, it could be equals, or it could be just let's do push, so that we don't change the reference, right? We don't want to change references. We don't want to be that. Don't be that person. Don't change the references. This dot minions, and we simply tuk. There you go. So we pass in the minions in our array, and now here's the thing, right? So this one, we can't really do this one until we have upgraded minions, right? So we need some kind of upgrade minion method, because the barracks, like the spawn tower barrack, will do something to the minions as well, right? Say I will change them, like you will have now a new sort of minion. So we can set it up however we want, actually. We can set it up however we want. Like what's the upgrade of a minion? That's an interesting one. Doesn't mean you have an upgrade. So maybe we should also have like an upgrade for the minions, and maybe that would be like would mean coming here and saying upgrade to all these minions that we have here in the array, and setting them directly into the new tower. So it would look something like this, right? Like this. And then here is doing the change, right? Yeah. So let's do false here for now. And we'll see how we do the upgrade of the carried units. Okay. But we have this. We know we need to do this. Yeah. So it's to do here. I don't like to do this, but I'm just gonna write it down because I don't like having a blank space. I don't. So you see, I just wrote to do. I didn't write anything else. But I don't like them. Yeah, I don't fancy them. Okay, so I'm way past my time. I'm way past my curfew. Should have stopped already, but I haven't. Okay. So this should carry them over. This means that now if we upgrade, so say I come here, right? Let's play. Let's create a barrack. Now upgrade it. 2, 3. Perfect. You see, you have 3 minions. There you go. Let's do something so that we don't, because since we don't have the rally point thing yet set up, let's comment this so that we can move the point, because it's really bothering us to touch the menus and all that. Let's do like barracks here. And now let's see, 1, and now we hit the 2, upgrade, 3. There you go. Oh, yeah, the point, like we need to reset the rally point. Where is it? Rally point. There's the move rally point, and then there is the rally point. Where else are we using the rally point? Set rally point. This is for the minion. Where are we setting the rally point? Oh, are we doing it on start? No, we're not doing it on start. We're not doing it on wake. Why are we setting the stupid rally point? Move rally point. So we are setting the position. Move rally point when we select, right, the rally point. But where are we setting it? And this is, we're setting the position of the minion. Not of the, yeah, it's actually setting. Yeah, it's not really set rally point, is it? This is not a good name for it. The actual name for this would be set rally point. No, it would be set minion rally point. There you go. Call them minions, but actually I like to call them units. I would like to start calling them units. I call them minions again because of League of Legends, and that's where I got it from. I know it's probably not the word to use for this. I don't know. I really don't know what to call them. But yeah, I had a friend who was obsessed with. I have a friend who was obsessed with League of Legends, and yeah, he always talked to me about the minions in League of Legends. He told me how to play and all that. I was so bad at it. I was so bad at League of Legends. Oh my god, I'm just the worst League of Legends player in the universe. You know, I'm probably if you put like a leaderboard or bad people who are bad at League of Legends, I'm probably like there on top. You know, because I'm really, really bad. I'm maybe in the top 10 of bad League of Legends players who have actually played a bunch of hours. You know, because you could tell that maybe my wife is worse to play League of Legends, but she's played one game maybe once. But no, I played, you know, I played plenty of them, and I'm so bad at it. I'm terrible. Yeah, can't do it. But yeah, I got the minion word from there. That's where the minions thing comes out. I don't know. My friends used to call them minions. The minions, they're coming out of the thing, and then we go, okay, yeah, all right. And now that's where it is called minions. But I like the word units. But you know, it's more generic, I guess. I don't know what to really call it. Let's do changing everything now. Just the minion class, the unit class. It would be, you know, much better actually. It sounds better. Everything's much better about it. Yes, I'm tempted now. I'm so tempted. Don't tempt me to do this. Yeah, I should probably do it. All right, so so this should be now here. Max Pong. Let's put them here. And let's call them at Ori props what's called checkbox. Yeah. And assembly gap. No, rally gap. Oh, I have to change them all now. Rally gap. Rally gap. Oh, no need to change them because it's just 3, right? I think it's 3. I think I kept 3 for all of them, didn't I? Oh, I don't remember now. Let's see what I used. Might be okay. I don't know. I probably used 1 or 3. I don't know how much I used. Probably used 1 or 2 or 3. I don't know how much I used, honestly. But 2. Let's use 2. I don't know. Michael's here. How's it going, mate? We're on train, he says. So you're on train, right? You're on train watching me make games. Interesting. I'm close to leaving. Yeah, I'll have to leave very soon. But yeah, mate. Nice stuff. Are you going there or are you returning? That's an interesting. Yeah. Is it a 2 train or a? No, well, it's always a 2 train, right? But it would be going there or coming back. See what? See one or see the other? See coming back? See going or see returning? Yes, what? Returning, all right. I feel like there's a lot less delay than usual. Like, I feel like I have worse delay here on the on my monitoring than people in the chat. I have that feeling. I don't know why. But hey, yeah, this is looking nice. This is looking fairly interesting. I think rally gap, carry unit on upgrade carried units. There you go. And now, yeah, we have this. We'll do this later because yeah, this is important. Upgraded carried units. But we need the system to upgrade them. We need a system to upgrade our units. Stupid units. God. It's bad delay, dude. Yeah. Probably is, yeah. I think I have more delay though here. Like probably like, I don't know, like 20-second delay or something. I don't know how much is it, but it's kind of a lot. Okay, now what? Let's look at our I think this is fine for now. We have a way to upgrade towers. We have a nice way to upgrade towers. We have minion reassignment. Fix minion reassignment when upgrading. This is fantastic. Like add, I will call it not fix. Add minion reassignment option. Because we have minion reassignment option right now, right? Minion carrying. And we're going to say that also we have another one here now that is add upgrade carry minions on for spawn tower. There you go. For the barracks, for the stupid barracks. There you go. So now you have the upgrade for the minions as well. We can upgrade the tower. We have an upgrade system now, a proper upgrade system for the towers. We need the upgrade system for the minions so that we can upgrade the carried minions if we want. We have a flag. We can set it up. You can do whatever you want. Just the point. Freedom. 20 seconds. 26 seconds. Oh my god, that's a lot of delay. You know, I was like, yeah. Shit. Massive delay. Yeah, there's also if you're counting with the chat, like the on-screen chat though, that has a different sort of delay than what I see. Because the screen chat, for instance, there are two, and I receive them like in different. So sometimes in this chat, like the one I'm looking at the widget, the chat widget that I have. Sometimes it's faster than the chat and the screen here, but the chat on the screen sometimes is faster, which is crazy. But today, not today. It depends on the day, I guess. I don't know. It's a bit arbitrary, I guess. I don't really know why. Add upgrade carried minions or spawn tower. That's the one we need to make then to think about. Because we need an upgrade system for the minions. Probably not the right moment to do it now, because it would be like just going into something that we still don't know how to handle. but it will be interesting. And then we have make spawn point visible. This is going to be a challenge. This is going to be an actual challenge. I'm more I'm more confident. This is more specific than this. Well, this is specific. It's just, well, no, it's not specific because there's no one way, is it? It's just crazy how this, you know, all the things we have to keep into account when making just a stupid rally point, right? A rally point. Let's say a rally point. So rally point, visible and movable. If the tower is selected, is that the way to handle it? Is there something else we need to do to handle this? Who knows? No one knows. Like the Queens of the Stone Age song. Oh, what a song! What a song! Ah, if you haven't heard that song, if you haven't listened to that song, it's time to go listen to that song. No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age. What a classic song! Amazing, brilliant piece of music, and they are still playing. They are still playing. They're sober now, but they're playing. Yeah. Well, they say they're sober, right? But yeah. You know, you never know. No one knows. No one knows. Okay. So what do we get now? Get to now. Spread attack, enemy positions. I feel I need to do rally point stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, no. And I have like 15 minutes to go at most, and now I'm like, I don't want to do that. And we have a spread attack in enemy positions. This could be simple. This could be a simple one to attack. Or what can we attack in 15 minutes? Creating arranged minions, setting up enemy waves. Okay. The enemy waves. The enemy waves. Maybe we can discuss the enemy waves. The enemy waves. We have them now set up in a way that it's just not gonna do. Because we just set it up in this in this very basic simple way where we just have we just put here in this list in the editor, right? Just come here and we have this current wave, and it's just drag and dropped a bunch of prefabs. It's a bit stupid because we have one, but the idea behind it is that we could just say the order in which we want to add different minions. So we have like range minions. We could just bring it here, you know, like just drag and drop range minions here in different order, right? So we can set the order and all that. But this is not a way to handle a wave, an enemy wave. You know, this is kind of silly. I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible, but it is, because here's the thing. In general, in tower defenses, you have like say a bunch of enemies. You know that a certain wave is gonna have this many common enemies and this many, say, this other type of enemy and this other sort of type of enemy. And you can sometimes they show you which types of enemies are gonna be coming from the next wave. But that's the thing. This is just showing us the current wave because we just have one wave. We don't have like many waves. So we need a proper wave system, right? Something to show, okay, this is right now we're just showing the current wave so we can, you know, set it up in an interesting way to see different sorts of minion combinations. We have one minion only type, so yeah, that's what we have right now. But it would be cool to have some sort of a, should we be thinking about the waves now? And how to configure them? because that's the point, right? Like we will need to, one array will not do. You need multiple arrays. And you may want to, this could be very game specific. That's my problem with doing the waves, is that depending on the game, you may want to, for instance, have custom waves. Imagine that this was a versus game, right? Imagine that instead of just being, you play and you have like your enemies are coming through here right now. Imagine that it was, this is your enemies, and then you have your own minions coming through here, right? And you have like a hero here fighting. It's sort of like a League of Legends, look like a mobile thing. You could use the same system for this, right? So the point is that perhaps the it's looking cool, mate. It's looking really cool. I really like it. So perhaps the point here is that maybe I don't really know what to do, because yeah, it's this is not a game. This is a template. So how do I give you options to do these things without like locking you out of doing other things? See what I'm saying? Like if I say I give you like I don't know nice upgrades. It's the first time we upgrade. It's the first time we upgrade to the maximum teleporter. And yeah, say I give you like, I don't know, an array of, we set it up in a way that you can do it in an array of JSON, which is the one that I thought of first, I think, was like having an array of JSON. And that you can set it up like, just having JSONs basically. But I don't think that's a way to handle it. Because first of all, you may want to modify the waves in-game. You may want to like, imagine that you say you have like that MOBA style game, and the waves change depending on if you have destroyed enemy towers or enemy core things, and so on. You always have constant waves, right? So you have like infinite waves. And they're always coming out, like it's just one wave of 10 minions coming out with, every single time. And you destroy an inhibitor, like, I'm thinking of League of Legends here, right? You destroy an inhibitor and then the minions start coming out, all pumped up, so yeah, you could think about it that way. You have inhibitors and you have those minions coming out, and you could also think about it in a way of, is it tower defense, where you want to have say 10 waves of minions that look, I don't know, 10 waves of minions, or maybe just one single wave. It's just all the minions coming out at the same time, right? No waves, just one wave with all of them, right? And that's okay, that could be done. But you want to do multiple waves that start, upgrading in difficulty. And maybe you want it to be random. Maybe you want some to have like I don't know, some common minions, but you want to sort of have a list of different minions like this, or different categories of minions, and use that for your game. So this requires different setups to work with. And you have different ways to approach this with Rogue Engine. So creating a system that is flexible enough, I don't know how possible it is without making you do a lot of things, actually. So we could approach it I think we could approach it in this way. Let's do it. Let's think about it in a proper tower defense way, because it's the most, I think it's the most custom one, where you have like say this many waves, and each wave is could have different sorts of minions, right? With the caveat that we could modify the waves at runtime. We need to be able to modify the waves at runtime. So it can't be that it's just grabbing something from a JSON file and saying, yeah, this is what I'm going to do, and then overwriting the things that we told it to do, right, at runtime. So it's important that we are able to modify these things on the go. So we need some kind of way to set up rules in a way that is easy and simple, and that anyone can write it down fairly easily, and that the same system for that could also allow you to write, say, one wave on repeat, and that you can use that that same modify system, right? Modify a runtime system to modify the wave, and say, maybe change from wave 1 to wave 2, right? So maybe you have a wave 1 with all the common minions, and then you have now I'm thinking, how do you do from going, how do you go from Kingdom Rush to League of Legends? That's the thing I'm doing. I'm transporting the same system to be used in both things. So you have if you were to use the Kingdom Rush wave system in the League of Legends system, you would set a infinite flag on one wave, or always using wave 1. Current wave, always setting on wave 1. So you're always on wave 1, okay? Until something happens. So, okay, it could be that you have multiple waves and you decide you pick a wave. That could be it too. You could pick which wave to use. So you could say, okay, wave 10, wave 2, wave 3. So the different waves that you have. So you could have like all the pumped up minions on wave 2. So once and all the common minions of wave 1. So if someone destroys the inhibitor, you pick wave 2. That could be cool, because you're not really you're not going to be changing the minions that you have now. You're going to be changing the minions out there, right? In coming out of your base. I think that system should work. Should be nice. Should be good. Yeah. So we need. Yeah, we can't use this. We definitely can't use this. Obviously, like this is just a current wave. This is just, to use the current wave. But we need a configurator. We need some kind of object. Maybe we can use like some sort of global where we set up the waves. So we call it we could call it like waves or something, and yeah, that could actually work. That could actually be really cool. We could have like a configurator for our like a configurator for the tower defense sort of game, builder. We need to think of a proper name for this, because it is no longer just a tower defense. If we want to make it a template for different sort of games, we need to call it what it is, because otherwise it's just a mess. It's more of an RTS tower defense. Enemy wave tower system. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, the more generic we make it, the better, because we can do. I think there's so much overlap between an RTS and the tower defense and a sort of League of Legends, like a MOBA sort of game, MOBA arena sort of game, that we could actually just make it an engine to build all of those. At least most part of all of those. right? Where you have to add your own things, right? Because then you want to make your own game, right? You don't want to make like a generic thing. You want to add your own sort of stuff. So that goes into the configurations that we add. All right. Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with this. How many people we have? We have barely anyone. So okay. So I'm just gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna leave. Thanks for being there. Thanks for watching. Some of the time, maybe I don't know. Next Tuesday we may have some more people or something. I don't know. We can do some more stuff, and yeah, we can talk about the licenses. I really want to talk about the licenses, but I would like, for the licenses stuff, hopefully more people are here. We had 2 really cool live streams on last 2 were really cool, I think. Not many people joined in the last one, but the other one, like lots of people, like a week ago, Thursday a week ago, was incredible. A bunch of people, great talk we had, and yeah, it was a great one. It was truly a great one. So yeah, I hope I can see you again, and I hope I can do more of those, because I think they were cool to talk about important stuff that's going on, and leave you my opinion. And yeah, well, I talked about licenses there, so if you could go there and watch what I said about the licenses, but yeah, I will probably see when we have more people in to discuss this and talk, because I really want to have your input. I want to know what you think. Okay, I'm talking to you watching this afterwards, because yeah, there's not much people here now, and I don't like making them too long when there's not enough people, because they're not nice to watch, I guess, afterwards. A long live stream, a long recording of a live stream is not that great. I think a live stream is great when it's long while it's happening, but a long recording of a live stream is just impossible. I don't know. To me, at least, that's my feel around it. But yeah, okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. We'll see you on next Tuesday, 7 p.m. GMT. As always, thank you for being there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.